Hey beautiful and handsome light beings, it's Empress T. Wondering if you've been going through a spiritual awakening. If so, chances are you've heard the word Kundalini. Depending on where you looked, it either sounded mystical or terrifying. Some people use the terms spiritual awakening and Kundalini awakening interchangeably, but they are not the same thing. They're related, but very different, and misunderstanding can cause unnecessary fear, confusion, or even mislabeling what you're actually going through. So in this video, I'm going to break down what a general spiritual awakening really is, what a Kundalini awakening actually involves, key differences between the two, and why not every intense awakening is Kundalini. Before I go any further, let me just state that this is not medical or clinical advice, just spiritual information and personal insight. Now let's go. A spiritual awakening is a broad umbrella term. It usually begins when your old identity, belief system, or way of living no longer fits and something inside you starts to wake up. Some common signs include questioning reality, religion, or society, disconnected from your old life, heightened empathy and awareness, emotional purging or shadow work, synchronicities and meaningful coincidences, a pull toward healing, truth, and authenticity. This type of awakening is primarily psychological, emotional, and perceptual. Your consciousness is expanding. Your ego structures are loosening. You start seeing life through a deeper lens. It can be intense, but it's usually gradual and unfolds in waves over time. Most people who go through a dark night of the soul, identity collapse, or major life transformation are experiencing this level of awakening. You may feel emotional heaviness, fatigue, or sensitivity, but your nervous system usually stays within a manageable range. Now, a Kundalini awakening, on the other hand, is very different. Kundalini refers to a latent spiritual energy said to reside at the base of the spine. When it awakens, it moves upward through the body's energy centers, often forcefully. This is not just a mindset shift. It's an energetic and neurological event. Some common Kundalini experiences include intense heat or electricity moving through the spine, pressure in the head or crown, involuntary body movements or shaking, sudden changes in breathing patterns, heightened sensory perception, periods of bliss followed by deep destabilization, insomnia, or extreme nervous system activation. Unlike a general awakening, Kundalini often happens suddenly, feels overwhelming, and can disrupt daily functioning if unsupported. This is why Kundalini awakenings are sometimes incorrectly identified or misunderstood, because they impact the body and nervous system, not just the mind. It's also important to point out that Kundalini awakenings are not as common as some might think, and not a requirement for spiritual growth. If you have not experienced this level of awakening and are interested, please contact experienced professionals such as a yoga instructor, shaman, therapist, or other qualified teacher who can provide the appropriate guidance and help you manage the process safely. Some key takeaways are a spiritual awakening is an expansion of awareness. It is primarily emotional and psychological, gradual and cyclical, often rooted in life events and inner work, can be integrated while living a relatively normal life. A Kundalini awakening is an activation of energy, often sudden and intense, affects the nervous system directly, requires grounding, regulation, and sometimes guidance. You can have a deep spiritual awakening without Kundalini ever activating. And You can have Kundalini activity within a broader awakening, but most spiritualists, especially those who have experienced both, will agree that they are not interchangeable terms. Not everyone needs a Kundalini awakening. Not everyone is meant to have one. An awakening doesn't mean suffering endlessly. If this helped clarify things, feel free to like, share, or subscribe and let me know in the comments what your awakening experience has been like. Thanks for watching.